Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope you're doing well. This is what you don't see coming for the week of December 21st, 2025. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. And if you're, not sure what your other placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, in that description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. So make sure you take a look at that as well. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Leo collective now for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Leo not see coming for the week of December 21st, 2025? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Inside scoop. At the bottom of the deck, you have unfazed. Okay. Why is inside scoop and unfazed here? Something that the Leo collective does not see coming for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the week of December 21st, 2025. Why is this something they do not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Star card. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Cups. You have the Two of Swords. And you have a King of Swords. That leaves the Knight of Wands, the Sun, and the Empress. Three of Swords, Eight of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, why is the Three of Wands here for Leo this week? Clarify that Three of Wands, please, for Leo. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Ten of Wands. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Leo? Make sure my mic is on. It is. Okay. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles, clarified by King of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Why is the Page of Wands here, or Page of Swords? I'm getting Page of Wands energy, and I should have said something before I started your reading, even in the meditation. All right, let's clarify that Page of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. And why is the Star card here for Leo this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Why is the Three of Cups, Two of Swords, and King of Swords here? What is that? Thank you. We have the Devil. Okay. The Devil, the Fool, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So I have a couple of messages here for you. Obviously, it's a predictive reading, so you'll see what plays out for you this week. For some of you, where you are interested in learning something new, going back to school, or learning a new skill, I see you here doing just that. I think that you had a timeout period here where maybe you are contemplating, should I learn this? Should I do this? Should I learn how to do this a different way? There's been like a lot of internal conflict. Do I want to change the way that I've been doing something, or do I want to start doing something new, is the feeling here. And then I do think there's like this, again, the Page of Wands energy is here, even though it's not on the table. But the feeling here is I do want to inquire on learning something new, or maybe revisiting something here from the past that maybe wasn't successful, but I'm willing to learn, or at least at a minimal level in that Page of Swords, I'm willing to learn to see maybe there's something that I can do differently. I could work smarter and not harder, right? I'd rather be Six of Wands than Ten of Wands. And then in that respect, it looks like you are having a discussion or collaborating here with another entity about this. This person seems to be, I'm not taking the Devil card as actually something negative here. Every card in tarot has a positive and a negative meaning. And the feeling I get here is this person is very insistent that you do this their way. And I feel like you're very unfazed by their opinion. We have the unfazed card here as well at the bottom of the deck. So for those of you where you have been, like I said, looking to learn something new or learn how to do something differently, although you've been internally conflicted about it, And maybe that's due to some past losses here that you've had or setbacks that you've had. The feeling here is I still either want to learn something new or learn how to do something I'm currently doing differently. Again, it's that feeling I want to work smarter, not harder. And then you have a very pushy energy here. It's like, okay, that's great. Three of Cups. Like they're celebrating this decision here that you're making. But then at the same time, they're telling you, but you should do it this way. You should do it my way. This is like, I know better than you is the kind of feeling here. We have a King of Swords and we have that Page of Swords. And I feel like this person, I mean, they could be older than you, but the feeling here is that they're looking at you like you are an immature person, regardless of your age. Like they know better than you. I think they're coming from a place of love. I just also think they're coming from a place of control as well. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I have Capricorn, and then I have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces there as well, and Aries in that Fool card. For others of you, I feel like you are trying to rebuild yourself after an emotional setback. And I don't know what, who was part of this emotional setback here for you. Could be a friend, a family member, a lover. It's a collective general reading. I see you here trying to rebuild yourself in terms of like healing yourself internally after some terrible ending here that you had with an individual recently. There's heartbreak, there's trauma, there's loss. There was some kind of argument here or some information was discovered and it led to an ending here to this connection between you and this individual. I feel like you have been trying to rebuild yourself. And for some of you, this happened a week ago. For others of you, a month ago or 6 months ago. I just see you here still on the path of healing, which is great. It can be a little emotionally exhausting for you this week, but you're doing your best to move forward. I feel like when it comes to this person, you really don't want anything to do with this individual. You seem to be unfazed by their attempts to try to reconnect with you this week. I do see that this person is attempting communication, and you seem to have some defense up here with that Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. It's almost like you're trying to hide from this person. So there's a feeling here of like, because of what you've done to me, I'm unfazed by your attempts to try to reconnect with me. I know everything I need to know about you because of the experience that I've had with you. And this person in that respect seems to be very persistent in wanting to reconnect with you. So two very distinct messages here for the Leo collective. For group number one, we are wanting to learn something new or learn how to do something a new way. Tell me more about the pushy energy here. Tell me more about that pushy energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Hierophant, bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Again, I don't feel like this person is coming from a bad place in the sense of they do want you to be successful with whatever this is. It's just they want to be an integral part of how you go about learning this or doing this or modifying this. They seem to be very insistent that based upon their experience and their knowledge, this is like a little holier than thou kind of energy. I know more than you. They do want you to be successful and happy. With this new endeavor or this new project or this new thing that you're working on, but they just seem to be coming from this hierarchical energy, which is a little negative in the sense of, yes, I love you and I want you to do well, but like only if you do it my way, or my way is the right way. That's the feeling here with that person. Okay, now for those of you where you are trying to get over a recent heartbreak or setback, and you have that individual this week attempting communication with you, possibly for reunion, reconciliation. What does Leo need to know about that person for group two here? What do they need to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Justice card and you have the Queen of Cups, whether you're masculine or feminine. You have every right to try to protect your heart from this individual. They will appear, or at least attempt to appear, to come across as I'm being honest and truthful and very fair and very balanced and I want to work things out between us. But they're here in the King of Cups, you're here as Queen of Cups. I don't mean body parts, just energy. But what I notice for you, because they're like coming towards you, you have a lid on your chalice there. You're like, nope, not letting you anywhere near me, emotionally speaking. So that's what you need to know about that person. Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Oh yeah, to the World card. For those of you, oh, and the Death card, my Lord. For those of you where this is a connection-based reading, I do see this person wanting to reach out with the hopes of reconciliation, and you seem to be a hard no here. That Four of Cups, where they're coming in with that offer opportunity to at least have a conversation, you seem to be ignoring them. Again, we get that block energy, and for you, this connection is over with. You don't want to hear from them just because it's the holidays or they're trying to say sorry. It's like you're kind of done with the whole thing. Let's get you 3 cards of advice now for each of those situations. So for group 1, advice here for group 1, where they're trying to learn something new or learn to do something differently, and they have this loving, albeit pushy energy to contend with. 3 cards of advice for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the Star card, and you have the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the Page of Cups. Again, we get something hierarchical here with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. It's like this person sees themselves as Queen King energy. Again, you show up in Page energy for how they're seeing you. They feel like they're an authority on whatever it is here that you're doing. But your advice here is to try to keep in mind that they're coming from a good place, but for you to also stand your ground and tell them that you are fully capable of doing this your way, that your intention here is to have victory and success here, and that you are determined to succeed, and that you may do things differently than they do it. Maybe they're doing something like an old-fashioned way, that Queen of Cups to like the Six of Cups, and maybe you're doing something a little bit more innovative and they're just not quite understanding. But I think a conversation here with this person is probably best. I think you can balance out the connection with them. Again, I don't think they're necessarily coming from a bad place. They're just not they're not allowing you they're not, I don't want to say that they don't believe in your ability. They do. They just are coming from this thing either because of their age or their life experience or the success that they've had with whatever this is, that they know better. So your advice here is just keep that in mind. They're not coming from a bad place, but you should speak up for yourself and say, no, that's the way you want to do it. And I'm glad it was successful for you that way, but I'm going to try to do it my way. There is a way for you to have that conversation without completely severing the tie with that person. Now, for those of you where you are getting over this heartbreak, this devastating loss, and you have this highly deceptive individual, right? Seven of Swords to the Devil, no joke, trying to reconnect with you this week or open up a line of communication with you this week. What is the advice for my Leos dealing with that? Thank you. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Seven of Wands again in your energy, World card. You seem to be closing this out. It's like this is done and over with here. So your advice here is to see things very clearly, see this person very clearly in this Queen of Swords energy, to hold firm to your boundaries, whatever they may be, and don't get lost in the fantasy or wishful thinking that this person has changed. Just seems to be something like, I'm not telling you not to give this person the benefit of the doubt, but given the energy here on the cards and what you're emotionally trying to recover from, there's just something here that if you were to proceed forward, you should do so with wanting to see proof. Oh, I'm so glad I saw that. If you did want to try to reconcile with this person, the Sun card being healing, this would be Eight of Pentacles energy. Well, let me see exactly how this person's going to show up. Like, show me the work that you've done on yourself, not just a conversation or some sweet words that you're doing here. So yeah, for those of you where you want to continue to block this person or not communicate with them, that's completely up to you. But for some of you, you may be tempted to entertain the conversation because of wishful thinking on your part, right? You're coming from a very wounded place. This person is representing themselves as justice, fair and balance. I want to right the wrong. There's just something here about allowing their actions to speak for them. The Queen of Swords is a very observant energy as well. So this is more like observe what this person does and pay less attention to what they say. That is what I have for you, Leo, for the week of December 21st, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful or even a little hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you are able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to learn how you can become a time traveler. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.